Hi, I'm Bill Sanders, and what I'm doing is testing out some different techniques that can be used with online learning. The first one I want to try, or this is one of many that I'm going to have here, or one of several, I don't know if it's many or not, and that is to try using a different kind of appearance. This is a combination, sort of a graphic novel look plus sort of taking a single color and highlighting. In this case, it's going to be red, and the rest of it is going to be in sort of a gray, and then the whole thing is going to have somewhat of a graphic novel look. Uh, Doing this for several reasons. First of all, some faculty members or some people who make these things, they don't want to, they're having a bad hair day, or in my case, no hair day, or something else, and they'd rather show up as a graphic novel. It takes away blemishes wonderfully well. Anyway, yeah. Another reason for having the sort of graphic novel look is that it's more interesting to the learner, less threatening too. Okay, some of the other things that I wanted to show on this video is how you can integrate tools that faculty are familiar with. For example, uh, PowerPoint. You can say something, create a little PowerPoint, then have it shown as part of the movie, or some other tools that are commonly used in your discipline. For example, in my discipline, there'll be some kind of programming tool that I use. For instance, there's one called Komodo where I use a lot for PHP, and Dreamweaver, of course, for doing HTML and different kinds of programs. Visual Studio, it would be another one that's used on the PC with C Sharp and so forth. So I just want to use this for a quick illustration of how to do this easily. Now, this video is being shot with my webcam. There's nothing really fancy about this. It's relatively easy to do, and it's also easy just to put in some special effects to make it look different. Okay, so let me show you some different things it can do. Not that. You can start off with a PowerPoint. This is a little PowerPoint presentation, and just go through it like you would a normal one. You can put in your graphics. This is an example of using a program, how to write a program for a PHP statistical test. You start off and you can show what the test looks like, and then you go on and you have another graphic diagram. This is called a class diagram, and you can talk about this and use your arrow and say, here you have a little class called 2dim for a two-dimensional array. You have your client use this helper class, and then it goes through this interface, and finally your chi-square class, which inherits this interface, then does a calculation and puts it out to the screen. Another thing that's important I found out when I took the MOOC course from Rice University was that you couldn't read what was on the listings, and so what I did is that I made them bigger so that the student could see them, and then when they went through and explained to do this and to do that, the student could see it as you're talking about it. For example, I'd start off with your PHP file and say you have to import both your 2dim class and your chi-square class, and then here's your class name as chi-sq client. Then you set up all of your set up private variables. This will encapsulate the different properties of variables. Then in your constructor function, you simply call different functions that have been set up and so forth. Okay, and then you can even go to another program and demonstrate and show what the output looks like. Here is, once you're finished, here you can see what you're going to see in the table. So there's a lot of things you can do without having to leave your office. So anyhow, it's just a sample of some of the different things that you might try. In conclusion, I just wanted to show that None of this involves programming or anything like this. It's not because it's MWDD. It's like using Word or anything else that any other application. It's not a program that you write, so to speak. So, anyway, just some ideas of some things that are relatively easy to do for online learning.